Hello everybody, welcome to Chiak Podcast.
So just do the introduction in English.
Yeah.
Hello guys, I am the Best Rising Star for Star Awards 2023 and I'm the first Indian to win a Star Award for a performance-based category. Thank you very much.
You never say your name.
I am Das.
What's your full
I
name?
thought y'all would know. So show off. My name is Dharma Dasadi Dharmasena. It's a long name. I struggled to shade. You know in the PSLE you must write your name, then shade the otas, that one, right? Well, I take very long. So I always tell them like, can you all let everybody fill up the name first, then we start the exam. Because you know, eat the exam timing.
Then you never scold your mama. Why you give him such a long name?
I think the reason why we have I have a long name is because my Indian people, we don't have a surname. So we always follow our dad's name. So if my dad's name is long, and obviously if he has a long name, he will want to give me a long name. Right, so it's like a son-off situation. Yeah, so that's why my name is long. But I'm very proud of my name. I love my name. And but just that it can be a mouthful, so my nickname is Das Law and my stage name is Das.
Right. How long have you been acting and doing all this content creation?
Okay, so I started off in radio actually. Nobody knows.
Huh, really?
So I'm in my comfort zone now.
Oh.
Do I have a radio voice? Okay, all of you will just say yes. Okay, I started out in radio. I wasn't a radio DJ per se, but I contributed to some content on radio.
Which station is that?
Kiss 92, it's
Okay.
under SPH. And then after that, I slowly met, actually the radio DJ was the one who introduced me to Ryan and Sylvia.
Oh.
Then from then on, Ryan added me on Facebook, and then I went to post a video on Facebook. The time Facebook was more happening lah. So I posted a video, it went viral, Ryan saw it, and he asked me to join 9 Hour Cinematics, no? And
Then
3 years later, I left, and then now I'm doing what I'm doing.
I heard that 3 years later.
After radio, I did stand-up comedy. Then after stand-up comedy, then I went to do YouTube.
So do you enjoy your time as a content creator in NOC?
I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. I mean, all the negative stuff aside, I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. I had really, really good crew, really, really good colleagues, really, really good talents, and we are all very supportive of each other. For example, like the girls who are better at taking photos will help me take photos. But my English better, so I have them write caption. You know, we help each other, that kind of thing. And then I think the crew and all that were very, very creative. The edits were really, really good. The quality of content also was good. I think also it really, if a lot of people ask me whether I regret joining, I know if not, I would not have understood content creation. I wouldn't understand what is Cam A, what is Cam B. How to cut, how to edit to make it look better. Okay, I don't know how to edit myself, but I know how to tell the editor to edit now. Like how to make it look funnier and stuff like that. And also I think they always gave me an opportunity to showcase my talent, which is languages. Yeah, and which I couldn't do on radio. I can't go on English radio and speak Mandarin, for example. But you can do almost whatever you want on YouTube.
Then why go? Why leave?
I left because I think things were not working out on my end, and I think I did explain to them what the reason was, and eventually they understood, I guess, and they let me go. So I left. Yeah, I left. I don't want to get into legal trouble, so this is the best answer I can give you lah. Yeah. I just got a Hong Xin award lah. Thank you very much. And it was for hosting, not acting. So it's very hard for me to lie also.
Okay, so you know how to speak 4 languages.
Yes.
Since young.
Okay, so when I was young,
English, Malay,
Mandarin and Tamil.
Wow.
Okay, so when I was young, I only could speak Tamil. So before I went to school, my parents speak to me in Tamil. So I only can speak Tamil. And then when I went on to playgroup, at that point in time, they didn't offer Tamil as a second language in playgroup and all that. So I learned Mandarin. And then the Chinese teacher tried to go and explain to my mother that your son can speak Mandarin. Obviously, my mother wouldn't. There's no way for her to verify it, right? She can't say like, let's speak Mandarin. Let me tell you whether you're correct or not. And also, like, it's very hard for her to believe because she never thought this would happen. But eventually, one day, one of the English teachers who happened to be a Malay lady told my mother that, hey, your son is helping to translate whatever the Chinese kids are saying to me in Mandarin to English.
这样厉害.
And then whatever I say to them in English, he'll translate to them in Mandarin.
Wow.
So that's when my mother was like, okay, this might be a bit real. This might be happening. And then also I learned English concurrently while I was learning Mandarin in school because there was English classes and every other subject other than Chinese was in English. And then I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And then I had this false confidence that I can speak Malay. Okay? It started off with a false confidence because my parents always speak Malay to each other because they want me to understand.
Right.
For example, because I was a very naughty kid. If you tell me that we are going to Bishan Junction 8, right, and then we ended up don't go, right, I'll get very angry, I'll be upset. So they will discuss first, do we have time to go to Bishan Junction 8 today? Secretly. And then after that, they'll come and present. Once they confirm on their end, then they'll present the idea to me. So after a while, after listening to them speaking Malay, I thought, since you're my parents, you can speak Malay, I also can speak Malay. I know Satu Dua Tiga, and I know Apa Kabar. So I will go around to Malay people and speak this with these few words, Malay, and have this false confidence I can speak Malay. Then with that false confidence, the vocabulary grew. And eventually, I think my Malay was at its best when we had a helper who happened to be Indonesian. And she worked in Malaysia, so she can speak Malay. Then she speaks to me in Malay. Then after, when I went to NS, I went to eat a Muslim cookhouse, so all my friends were Malay. So that's when it got better. So now I am like English, Mandarin, Malay, Tamil.
But when you go to primary school, you learn Mandarin.
So all the way.
All the way.
All the way from playgroup to O levels, I did Mandarin. And also it's very nice because after I won my Star Award, it was my secondary school Mandarin teacher commented on my Facebook and said that please come back and tell our students to put in more effort for Mandarin because I was from ACS and we are not known for our good Mandarin grades. Yeah, so that lah, yeah.
哇，好厉害哦！
Okay lah.
可是你还是 prefer to 讲英文。
I think I will always prefer. I mean, for the sake of the podcast, of course, we speak English, right, so that we can more people can understand. But I think English is something that I'm more comfortable in. But I feel like 我的心里话 is still in Tamil. Because it's the first language I learned.
Right.
And I think somebody told me that this guy who was born speaking Tamil and then eventually learned English and became a minister. I can't remember his name, so I don't want to say who he is. I think I get it wrong. When he started getting dementia at some age, and he forgot English, but he still remembered the first language he learned, which is Tamil. So as local minister.
Wow.
So I mean, I'm sure minister of some big shot lah. But so that means it really is like if one day touch wood, if any of us get dementia, we will forget all the things that we learned along the way, but we will remember the first few things we knew in life.
Wow.
Which was yeah.
Wow.
So that's why I feel like every time I'm angry or I'm sad, my thoughts are all in Tamil. Yeah.
And you score in Tamil.
Oh, fluently.
Okay, so where are we now? We are now in Tampines, block 844, I think.
Yes.
844, right?
Yeah.
And you brought me here to eat zicha.
Yes.
Why? Why this place?
Okay. I brought you here because I wanted to show off like, I also know I think Miss Tam Chiak, only you know about food, man. I also know. After later, okay, this video come out first or the video come out first?
This video will come out first.
This video come out first. Then you all watch the video to see what Miss Tam Chiak's review was. But I think that it was a very nice place. Also, it's a friend's parents' restaurant. So I always feel like it's a friend's parent. I'm not only supporting them, but also I think they will look after me a bit. I mean, I'm not asking for a discount, but your familiarity is always great. And I thought the food was very unique and very, how to say, there's a different variety. And it's not the quintessential, or go to Sa, eat black pepper crab, or eat cereal prawn. It's a different variety that I wanted to present to you lah.
So it's not so what we have on the table is not the usual like hor fun and all.
Yeah.
But they have this very interesting crispy seafood pizza, which apparently they say is wrong name lah.
It's dark crepe, but it's selling like hotcake. So that's what success is. You put wrong name, also people buy because it's nice.
Okay, we should try it.
Oh, we are gonna try it now.
Yeah,
okay,
go for it.
The producer eat one. Test first, one missing.
Can you hear the crunch or not? Cannot. No crunch. It's very interesting.
Can I just say I'm so excited that we're doing a podcast at a coffee shop.
Very different, right?
Yeah, I thought it's not even in a studio or anything. I feel like this is how we should do things. I feel like our coffee shops are the place where all Singaporeans, at least for the people in Heartland, we get together. We are bound to meet our neighbors. We are bound to meet people from all walks of life. And also, we see a lot of friends meeting each other, hanging out. Our delivery drivers taking their breaks here and all that. It's such a nice place to meet people.
I love this place lah. So I think this is the best place to do podcast and eat.
But if you want a clean sound, that one a bit hard lah.
Yeah lah. No choice lah. Got to give and take lah.
Yeah.
So besides this one, we also have this salted egg brinjal.
Yes.
Which for like what you say, all the brinjal fans, right? People who don't like to eat brinjal may like this.
Yes. People will like. No.
People who don't like to eat brinjal.
No. I would like to say that all the people who don't like it to eat brinjal will like this.
Okay, let's try. I don't like to eat brinjal.
Okay. I don't like to eat brinjal as well. That's why I'm speaking for myself. I don't like to eat brinjal. My mother likes to make brinjal curry, but another thing, sorry, just to add on, right? I mean, I love my mother. She gave birth to me. She's a wonderful mother. She supported me through my career, but she cannot cook, and I hate it. I hate her cooking. So, so I guess I just don't like brinjal.
Oh, it's so fragrant.
Even if you give me
salted
brinjal
egg.
curry, which
Yeah.
is Indian food, right? And I love Indian food. If you want me to rank my favorite cuisines, Indian is on top. But I still cannot eat brinjal with Indian food. But this is something I can eat.
Your mom can't cook. Then who cooks for you?
My mother
When you were
knows
young.
how to cook, but cooks very badly. So does it mean that she knows how to cook? I don't know. We have a helper at home who is a very lovely Filipino lady. I love her very much. She's been with us for 13 years. She's a Filipino lady, but she cooks amazing Indian food. And she learned it from YouTube. Because apparently my mother,
Not from your mom.
yeah, cannot lah, don't lah. Yeah, so she cooks all my Indian food, and then she's very adventurous when it comes to food. She herself will get sick of cooking the same thing, and she'll kind of cook out with something else.
So interesting.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like every day you will tell her, hey, I want to eat this. Then she'll cook.
No, she knows what I like.
Oh, what do you like?
I like. Okay, I am a very big fan of seafood,
Okay.
and I really, really love mutton. And I love sambal. So any of these combination, maybe say sambal, any seafood sambal or sambal ikan bilis, I love. You know, and all this mutton, anything
Curry.
mutton. I love mutton. I just love mutton. Actually, can I just say something? I love masala. I don't know, this is very bad, but I don't really like curry.
You don't like curry?
Yeah, I love a lot of different Indian foods, all the Indian foods, but curry is not my favorite
Why?
thing. That's why just now, that's why later on when we go and eat, that's why when I usually eat Indian food, a lot of people add curry into their rice.
Yeah.
I always choose something else to add into my rice because curry is not my favorite thing.
What do you not like about it?
I just don't like the fact that it is so dilute and it just tastes like curry powder to me. Yeah, so it's not just Indian curry, green curry, Thai green curry, Japanese curry, all the curry I don't like. Yeah, so I don't really like curry, but I love my masala, I love Mysore mutton, anything that is Indian food. I love my South Indian food. So there's a difference between South Indian food and North Indian food. Obviously, India is very big, and then culturally a lot of things are different. So South Indian food is my favorite.
So you are the first Indian I knew who don't like curry.
And also the first Indian to win Star Awards
You
for the
lie, you
performance
lie.
category.
Okay, we talk about the Star Awards.
Sure.
So how do you feel after that?
I feel like, so a bit of backstory. I mean, like, of course, I told you all about my journey, but the Star Wars journey is that I already knew about the nominations 2 weeks before it was announced to the world, because I had to shoot another show about Star Wars. So we wanted to release it at the same time as the nominations coming out. So I already knew about it, and I was very proud that I was nominated. But I was very proud that I was nominated, but at the same time I was thinking, what are my chances? So I stopped thinking about it. I stopped thinking. I just blocked the thought out. Okay, Das, are you going to win? Are you going to win? The thought will always come to your mind. Do you think you want to win? All these things, all this noise, I blocked it out. And the moment they read my name, I let it all out because I realized I really wanted to win. But you try to suppress the feeling of wanting to win because it just sets yourself up for disappointment.
Yeah.
And we don't like to get disappointed, right? Yeah.
So you didn't tell anybody that you were nominated?
I didn't even tell my mom. I didn't tell my mom. Emotional. I didn't tell my mom because my mom has always been my biggest cheerleader, and through my tough times in my career, she has always supported me. And to be honest, at some point financially, I was not doing very well at my age as well. And I'm not young, no? I'm 32, 31, and financially struggling, and she helped me out a lot. So instead of telling me, okay, Das, go and forget your dreams, go and get a 9-to-5 job, looks like this career is not working out for you, she never ever told me to do that. She
When you
supported me.
mentioned tough times during your career, when were the tough times?
Maybe the few months before I left my company.
Okay.
Yeah, that was tough times. I also went through some hardship, some emotional stuff, and then after that, when I left, I felt a lot more relieved because now I'm on my own. Any mistake I make is on me. And it's not, I don't have to blame anybody. I don't have to investigate who did what. You know, it's all on me. So I think she was very supportive. So when I won the Star Awards, my mother texted me.
Not you text your mother?
No, because I was not with my phone for a while.
Oh.
So when I went back to my phone, there was like 50 million messages, right? From everybody in the audience who were my friends. And also outside lah. And then I received a message from my mom. She asked me, "Are you happy?" And I was like, "About what?" Like I went to test whether she knows what it is or not. Then she sent me a screenshot. My previous neighbor who has my mother's number, who happens to be a Chinese lady, probably watching Star Awards, texted her and said that, with the photo of me giving my speech, with holding the award in my hand. And then she said, "I'm very proud of you." And I think as a son, I didn't win Star Awards 21 years old, you know. My mother had to wait 33 years old for her to actually see real, tangible success in my career. So I was very touched lah. And also I think a lot of us children, I think parents need to understand that a lot of the things that your children do and a lot of the hardships that your children go through is because they want their parents to be proud of them. All they want to hear is, "I'm proud of you." And that's what I hope I did. And she said she was. And also being the first Indian to win for performance, I need to make this very clear because Gurmit Singh won for popularity, so I won for performance. I think it's very good because at least like I didn't. It was probably based on Shirley skill.
Yep.
Yeah.
So your hard work paid off lah.
Really did. And also I think when I was in my previous company, it was also they opened up a lot of opportunities for me to train hosting online videos, especially Sugar Melon.
Yep.
Which was Sugar Melon is my favorite thing to do. Although I would rather it be in English, but I loved it so much. It was so fun. Variety shows was so fun that I realized that, wow, this is what I could do. And when I got nominated, Virus, who was the producer of Sugar Melon, texted me, and now he's the producer for Outcast.
Yep.
He texted me and he said, "Hey, Das, congratulations, I'm very proud of your nomination." Then I said, "Thank you very much for allowing me to do Sugar Melon because it allowed me to have more sense of variety shows. You need to have variety sense. It's not just go there and talk and laugh, joke and pretend you're talking to your friends. There is a skill to variety which is very hard to explain." Yeah. So I guess I'm very grateful for Night Hour Cinematics as well. Because the hosting online videos, the understanding how to make short form content, understanding camera angles, understanding even a bit about how to sell. I mean, part of our job is sales lah. Let's just not pretend that's not the case. So understanding all of that was from NOC law. So I will be eternally grateful for my career. Eternally grateful to them for the opportunity. And at the same time, if people ask me whether I regret joining NOC, no. I mean, of course, I wish some parts didn't happen, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm very grateful.
So once you got the award, right, did you go back and hug your mom?
By the time I went home, my mother was sleeping. And then by the time I woke up the next day, my mother went to work. So I was on the Grab. I booked a private hire vehicle to I was going somewhere, and then I had 5 minutes of my time because the next day I was very busy as well. 5 minutes of my time, I called my mother and said, "So you know, is it?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm very proud of you." Then I said, "Oh, you know," I just explained to her what actually happened because my mother obviously doesn't understand Mandarin. So I explained to her what happened, and I think we both like
cry together.
No cry lah, but I feel like she was not only happy but a sense of relief. Finally, my son made it. That sense of relief. I think she was trying to not pressurize me, but I think in her heart she also was secretly waiting for like
that
my son
moment.
is doing so many things, but nothing. I mean, like I'm not sure if my son is happy with his stage of success. And also, as much as I say that all kids want their parents to be proud, all parents want their kids to be happy.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess I made my mother proud and I am happy, so both of us are happy now lah.
Were you the only child?
I'm the only child to a single parent.
Okay.
My parents divorced when I was 11. It's not a very sad thing and I'm not going to cry about it because it happened very long ago and I'm very used to this. And I'm very proud of my mom being a woman to raise me up single-handedly in the Asian community. Also, I think at that point in time, I don't think being divorced was a
thing, yeah.
As prevalent as it is now.
Yeah.
Of course, divorce is not a good thing lah. Nobody like say it's so cool to get divorced. But I think at that point in time, she was very helpful, and she always put my interest first. And can you imagine, as a human being, you ended a marriage of so many years, but you don't even have time to grieve because you have to focus on this little human that you brought into this world. You know, and I'm not an adult at the time, so she cannot tell me that, oh, you know, I'm very sad or I'm very stressed. It's just have to focus. Oh, are you going to school? Are you doing work?
Yeah.
Are you happy? Are you joking? I can make jokes with me and all that because she doesn't want to.
She needs to take care of your well-being.
My well-being. So I mean, also a good thing that she did was she didn't have too many children lah. So at least one. But my mother said like having one child is like having 10 kids because I'm quite I guess quite a tough cookie. But I'm very grateful to that lady, and I will forever be grateful that like she is my mother. And also a lot of people say I'm very funny, but you guys just have not met my mother.
Oh,
she is funnier.
really?
She's Hong Sing Da Jiang times 10. She's really, really funny, and I think she's always my muse. She's always my inspiration when it comes to humor, especially when I do Tamil content. I imagine that she's in my mind, and whatever comments and whatever sarcastic remarks I make as a joke in my content, it's her voice in my mind.
Oh. Did you tell her that before?
I told her that before, and also she thinks that I'm not funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because she's funnier lah.
No, she just thinks that she knows she's funny, but she thinks I'm not funny. I said, how about a bit? Not at all. Then I was like, I'm trying to do this for a living, mom. Like, I'm gonna make jokes and earn money, you know. Like, then she's like, no, you're not funny. Then I was like, okay. But I guess also maybe my brand of humor, it does not really relate to her very much. And most of the time when we laugh together, I'm laughing at her joke or she's laughing at me, at this person, not at what I said. Yeah.
Crack a joke now, for me.
I cannot I mean, eventually I'll probably try to crack a joke in this conversation. And also, like, now that I said, now I feel like suddenly I talk about my mom, I feel so pressured because I don't think I'm funny.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think I'm very funny. Just that it's not of like, my jokes are not very planned. It's more of like Ling Chang funny. Like, in the moment, I think I want to say something outrageous.
Very impromptu.
Very impromptu. That's why I think I'm very good for variety. I mean, not very good. I'm more suitable for variety because I think that my unscripted side is funnier than my scripted side.
So between acting and hosting, which one do you prefer?
I feel like acting is for the soul, and hosting is to make people happy. So I think acting is sometimes for myself. It's a selfish feeling, a bit, because you want to do well, to represent the character, and it's also a personal challenge because you have to pretend to not be yourself. But hosting is you can just look at the crowd and see everyone so happy, and it's like, oh, I'm so happy because they're happy. And I love hosting.
Did you expect yourself, you know, to get a hosting job in Channel 8 before you know, Jai Swipe lah?
I would be surprised if I would have been surprised if I even got a job in Channel 8. Not because I don't think they wanted to give me a job, but because I thought that, you know, Mandarin proficiency is of utmost importance. Not that my Mandarin is super bad or super good, but I just thought that maybe I was not good enough. And also, you always doubt yourself, right?
So when you were given hey, do you want to host Just Swipe lah? Then what was your response to that?
Okay, so there's a story. I actually went to I did this movie called Tuan Yuan Fan, and we had to go there. Tuan Yuan Fan in English is reunion dinner. So this movie called reunion dinner, and then I went to promote the movie on this show called Just Swipe lah. And at a point in time, I left my company. Sis was free. Sis can attend all the promotional events because I had no jobs. So I went for this show called Just Swipe lah to promote my movie, and I went there with Xiang Yunjie and also the actor Lawrence Wong, not to be confused with the minister. And I went there and then to promote the movie. And then 1 week later, they called me and they said, hey, Das, you know, we thought you were quite funny in the thing. Do you want to host our video or not? Then I was like, let me get back to you. I hang up the phone. I mean, at that point in time, I really needed a job. I really did need the job. But I don't want to do a bad job as well just because, you know, I don't do a job just for the money and then do a horrible thing, right? So I called my friend Tae-Ying. I said, hey, sis, like, this Shua just called me and asked me to host this show in Mandarin. Are they out of their minds? Then she said, are you crazy? This isn't a fun one. This is your rice bowl, you know. Like, do you call me to encourage you to go and take the job? You better hang up the phone and take the job now. I thought, okay, I hang up the phone, I took the job. And so that's why I think like friendship is so important in this industry.
Wow.
When you doubt yourself, the people around you don't doubt you. The people around you, sometimes you see yourself as like not very good, right? But the people around you see you so up. So that's why sometimes when I'm encouraging my friends who have a lot of self-confidence issues, I always tell them, I wish one day you could see yourself through the lens of my eyes. Yeah.
So you took the job immediately.
Of course, I took a job immediately. I went there, I hosted, I had so much fun, and also it reminded me of my YouTube days, where I did enjoy variety in Mandarin, right, especially on Sugar Melon, and just having so much fun. But also I think the mainstream media expectations is a bit different as well.
In what way?
Command of the language, cannot use too much Singlish. Obviously certain dialects we try not to say, but I mean I don't know dialect, so it really doesn't affect me. Even like simple things like walao eh, or you don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe YouTube you can get away with it. So I think I really enjoyed the show, and also the best part is they always give me a script, but I never follow it, and they encourage me to not follow the script. They say that this is just a background. So for example, you're interviewing someone, or for this particular show, like for example, I interviewed Felicia Chin, Tyler, and also Nick Teo for Wei Guo Xian Feng Er. So obviously I needed to know what the show was about, because the show was not out yet, ma. And then also I needed to know who these artists are, because I'm not really all familiar with the entire Channel 8 artists. That's all the background I needed. And just what the show is about. And I just went there and I just winged it. And that was my 入围短片. So that was the video that they submitted for Star Awards. Yeah.
So did Felicia text you at the end and say congratulations?
No, I met her because she also got the all-time favorite artist, because she got 10 of the popularity awards during Star Awards, right? I mean, then so this year she met me and she congratulated me, and I said thank you very much for being a good interviewee as well, because she's a very chirpy person, and you know that if you're interviewing her, you can always count on her for good content. Yeah, and also obviously I was a new host at that point in time. I didn't want to say like, I'm not like some Xuan Yifeng where like she can turn the entire interview around and make it great. I mean, at least that's what I thought, but she did a very good job. Also, there's so many people to thank as well. Yeah.
So now that you have started to be in MediaCorp shows, Channel 8 shows, have you ever thought of becoming one of them, sign under them?
I always tell them that I enjoy our relationship now. I don't want to fix what's not broken. So I maintain this relationship with them. And also I also do miss doing short form content and online content. So that's why I signed with SGAG. So that I can do not only my TV work, but I also can do a bit more online content, because of course SGAG, that's their strength. Yeah.
Then when you got the awards, right? Well, of course people clap for you. Were there some negative comments? So after you got the awards, right? People clap for you. Were there some negative comments?
From the artists and from the people who were there, not at all. Everyone was so happy and generous and kind. But my speech was quite tearful. So MediaCorp actually made a very funny meme about it, which I thought was, to me, a meme is a compliment, right? And also, but unfortunately, during the press interview, I think I was a bit emotional. I was crying. So I think when it was posted online, there were some comments that were not very polite. But most of the comments were good. But the rule of thumb is don't read the comments. Because the bad comments will look like most of the comments. But actually, most of the comments are okay one. It's just like one or two comments that were a bit off lah. Maybe a bit racial and all that. But I don't care. I don't mind it. Because majority of the people are supportive, and most importantly, the people that are around me, the people that I love and care for, are very, very happy for me, and that's what it matters.
What were some of the racist remarks that impacted you?
Not impacted, but I just think it's wrong lah. Like not wrong as in cannot. Yeah, of course cannot, but I think factually wrong. Like they say you come here and steal our jobs. I never lah. I'm Singaporean lah. But even if foreigners come to Singapore and work, not really stealing our jobs lah, So those kind of things. But also I guess people just want negative attention. And to me, like if you want to say these kind of things, thank you for the engagement.
And you don't care?
I don't care. Last time I used to care about a lot.
Then you'll cry and get affected.
No, don't cry lah. I'll just be like always thinking about it at the back of my head. Don't question my self-worth. Question whether I'm good or not. Like when I released the Prime Minister video, it went crazily viral. Everyone was saying good things, ministers were sharing, but there was this one comment. Someone said, this guy is very irritating. And I was one comment and I was thinking about that. And then my friend was like, one comment and I was so affected. And then the people around me were like, hey, the Prime Minister messaged you and said that you were good at, like, 这个是谁? Who is this person? Which then I was like, yeah lah. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. Yeah. Actually, I must say that. I told 8 days a few during the interview. I said I'm going to send the Prime Minister the link to my winning article. See whether he has anything to say. Yeah, probably.
You haven't sent yet.
I haven't sent yet. Busy. Sorry, PM Lee must wait. 我凭什么 right? Who am I, right? Yeah.
So okay, so you say you do comedy and all, right? But there's some jokes that you don't crack.
I generally don't like to crack jokes about people's size, whether they are big or if they are big, I don't like to crack because unless I think it's very funny. But I don't like to make obvious jokes. I mean, obviously the person who is big knows that they are big lah. It's a very obvious joke. But I think like maybe jokes with more creativity is something that I appreciate. I don't really get a chance to make jokes about other people's race, obviously because I'm already a minority. But generally, I think that also sometimes when you work with people closely, you know their personal lives and you know their trigger points. You know what hurts them, so you stay away from that. For example, you know your hosting partner just broke up with a boyfriend. You don't go and say, no wonder you're still single as a joke. That's too much, right? You know that happened to them. So the moral of the story is try not to know who you're hosting personally, because it really does limit you. Because then you'll be walking on eggshells around people. I prefer to host with strangers. Or best, I also host myself, no problem. So I can say whatever I want. If I make joke, I only can make joke about myself. Right? Even if I make joke of my size or about my appearance or whatever, I say myself what. Yeah.
But you know, acting and hosting, they're all like teamwork, right? So are there like celebrities or artists you have worked with that, you know, you didn't leave a very good impression?
I feel like sometimes there are people that I feel have a different working style and I get very annoyed with them. Of course, I'm not going to say their name, but I get very annoyed with them. But later on, I see why they're doing what they're doing. Because I'm also new. And also sometimes people, right, for example, you and I work together, right, both of us want the same outcome, but our journey there and our journey there might be different. So sometimes we will sort of
have differences
clash
in views.
Clash a bit lah. But then after that, even the person specifically that I'm talking about sent me a text and hugged me backstage and said that you did a very, very good job and I'm very proud of you for winning Star Awards.
Wow. Yeah. What did that person do?
The person was quite rude by a text message, and I don't really like that in a group chat setting. So I didn't really like that, but at the end of the day, I think that's just how the person communicates.
Did you tell that person?
No. Yeah.
So does the person know that you don't
I think they sort of know, but like the person has always, I'm the one always like see the person and run away, but the person is always like hello da. So I do feel bad as well.
Okay.
Because maybe the person is not
ignorant.
It's not a personal attack. Maybe it's just a focus thing. But I'm a sensitive person, so I take personally, you know, want to be sensitive, but actually no use lah. Huh? Yeah. I eat the brinjal a bit. Yeah.
So can I say that you are more like a sensitive person? Really?
Yeah. I'm very sensitive. A lot of things affect me, man. Like not a lot of things but like if I say I fight with my friend, I'll be very upset for a few days.
Yeah lah, everybody will want.
The upset as in like maybe a bit cannot focus, that kind. Yeah. So because I don't have siblings, my friends are very, 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 very important to me. My friends are like my chosen family. So if I fight with them, I'm very afraid that I will lose them. So that is my issue. Yeah, and also I do think that I take my work very seriously. Although my work is joking, but I'm like seriously joking because I want to make a good joke or I want to be a good host. Although it's fun and entertaining, fun and it looks fun, but it is fun. But I think it's still a job, and sometimes I do worry that like if people that don't give good feedback or people think that my performance was not good, but I try to improve on it, lor.
Is there like a particular celebrity that you look up to?
I look up to so many celebrities, but I would say for hosting, I like I mean, I'm sure you know him as well, Mr. Dennis Chiu. Zhou Chongqing Ge. He has always been so supportive.
To you? In what way?
So I did 周公讲鬼哪里有鬼 with him, which got won Star Awards for best short form entertainment program. I mean, our video did very well. I mean, our thing we had like I think 300k or 400k views because some weird shit happened on in the show. I mean, creepy stuff. Yeah. So I hope you're going to watch the video still. It's very nice. And he is studying at this age, and he still does his work very well and goes to school very diligently with his school bag, and all his classmates love him. And I think like the fact that he has this level of humility where he's reached this stage in his career, but he still wants to fulfill certain things that he didn't get a chance or didn't manage to do when he was younger, and went back to school and be the oldest in the class and be absolutely okay with it. I think that's something to be very admirable. And he hosted the backstage for Hong Sing, for Star Awards as well. And you can see every time a young group of artists walks towards him, he tries to ask them questions that will make them shine. You know, the job of a host is not to be the main attraction of the show. It is to give whoever that is there the limelight. So he will try to bring out your cursor, your USP. And I think that is something that is very kind of him. Because obviously for Star Awards, it's live show, you don't have much time to say, hello, 我是 Das, 我会讲4种语言 or whatever, and sell yourself. But he will ask you the specific question that in one sentence you answer, people will know who you are and remember you for that. So he is brilliant.
So does he give you pointers when
Nope.
you first? No.
He will ask you questions and he knows what you can answer, what you don't answer. He knows what you will say, anticipate you and ask you the question, and he knows that you're prepared for it. So I feel like he's very, very kind.
Wow, 重庆听到吗？听到吗？
Yeah, and I think he always texts me. Whenever he meets me, he always disturbs me, make jokes with me, and I feel like, you are 前辈, you don't have to come and talk to me. You know, but he comes and talks to me. He will come to me. I don't even have to go to him. He will come to me and say, hey, hi, Das, how are you? How are things? So I'm very, very grateful to him and his friendship. And he's very, very busy now. I don't want to disturb him. But he texts me and he said congratulations. And that meant a lot to me for a host that I look up to. Yeah.
So if you are not a host or an actor, what would you be?
I think I would be... Actually, giving tuition can earn a lot of money.
Okay, but is that your passion?
I love to teach, I think. I do love to teach, so I feel like I probably, if I was a teacher, I would teach math. Because I think I know how to teach math. But I don't think I know how to teach languages. Because to me, it's like languages is a lot of homework.
Really? You can speak so well.
I can teach you how to learn a language, but I cannot teach you to how to improve in a language, because that you have to go and learn that yourself. You have to go and read books. You have to go and write down a lot of things. Like even now on my notes on my phone, I have a lot of new words I learn every day. Vocabulary. Even Malay, Mandarin, Tamil, a lot of new words. Because when you can speak as many as 4 languages, you realize that you are not the best at all these 4 languages. It actually makes you even more humble. So if I can only speak 1 language, I have to be very good at it, right? But you speak 4 languages, you become a jack of trades but master of none. And it's very humbling because you still don't know enough.
So have you considered like going back to school to study or upgrade yourself?
Nope. No. I don't. I'm too old and I don't want to. And I feel like I finally got a good grip in my career and I want to focus on it. But definitely upgrading myself in terms of going for acting classes, occasional language classes is for sure I will do. There's always room for learning, but whether I'm going to go for an intensive 2-year, 3-year course like our dear friend Mr. Dennis Chu,
Chongqing.
maybe not. Yeah.
But okay, you're only 32. Technically 33. Technically not very old lah.
Yeah, I'm not very old, but I'm also not very interested in going classes. And every time people tell me like, oh, I'm going for Korean class because I want to learn Korean, I feel like telling them that's not the only way and may not be the best way for you to learn a language. Yeah.
So any advice for people who wants to go into this industry?
People who want to go into this industry. Firstly, you cannot join this industry because you want to be famous.
Oh yeah, that's very important.
That's the first rule of thumb. If you
need to have passion.
Yes, fame is a byproduct of your hard work. Fame is not the outcome of your hard work. Outcome of your hard work is the output, the product that you do. My show, my TV series, my drama, that is the output. Fame is a byproduct, it's an extension of that. So if you do your work well, sometimes you don't even get famous. So if you're going to get disappointed that you didn't get famous because you did your work well, are you going to give up or are you going to continue going? Because there's a fame is a very... But you can be famous for a lot of things. I always tell people, You want to be famous, you can commit a crime, you can be famous, but is that how you want to be famous for? Is that what you want to be famous for? Right? You want to be famous for something specific, so you need to be good for that. So that is one thing. Another thing is, I think, always be open to learning. And if you want an opportunity, be thick-skinned and go and ask. Really have to. Don't wait for opportunities to fall on your lap, because it's never going to happen. And unless, I don't know, you are so lucky that one day you walk on the street and then you bump into a casting director and the casting director say, I want to cast you, it's not going to happen. Send emails, create a CV, create a show reels, and also think about the Qian Peis that we were talking about just now, like, Zhou Chongqing even, and whoever other Qian Peis are. Their time got no social media one, you know.
Yep.
Unless MediaCorp call them, they got no job. But now we can create our own platform. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all these platforms. Create your own platform, do your own content on your own platform and see how it goes. And also another thing, don't wait for instant gratification. Don't do one TikTok and expect it to blow up.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. So a lot of people, patience. A lot of people say, hey, I did 3 TikTok and then like not doing very well. Archive it. It was lousy. Do again, tweak it. And another thing also, a lot of people have to plan.
Yeah.
I'm planning to do this. I'm planning, the planning takes forever. Have you ever met this kind of people that procrastinate? Then I'm planning, I want to do this, I want to do that, but not outcome. I always say, cut the crap. Just start with one video. Don't have to have a grand plan. Start with one video, execute it, shoot it, and do it. And then make sure that TikTok or whatever that you want to do is sustainable. If every time for your TikTok you need 3 cameras, clearly not sustainable.
Using your phone.
If you have to use 3 cameras and then you have to take 5 hours to edit, maybe a bit hard. That means one month, one video so only can come out.
Yeah.
But you want to make short form content and you want to make sure that it's quick for you to just shoot and edit. For example, a funny news comes out. You want to faster give a reaction. If you can do it on your phone and edit with CapCut and post. Right? I mean, unless you have people working for you to edit for you, that's a different thing. But we all start out with nothing,
Yeah.
We all start out with this, your
Just
phone.
phones.
Yeah. So I think that is why I like a lot of people want fast fame, fast success. Straight away they want client, they want job. You know how tough it is. It
You
doesn't
took
fall on that.
how long? How long did you took?
I started doing radio at the age of 23.
10 years. Wow.
And now I am 33 and 10 years.
Yeah.
So, like I said, someone asked me if I'm a late bloomer. Weird question. I know what she meant. I don't think she meant it in a negative way, but I felt like it's very important to don't attach success to an age. Always must attach success to timing and hard work. Because if I attach success to an age, right, you will give up very quickly. By next year, I want to get married. Then if next year I don't get married, how? My life is over? No. I set deadline by 32, I want to be famous. But what if you work one more year, 33, then you become famous or become successful? Right, but in my case, if I gave up last year,
No more.
nothing. Yeah. So
And I think opportunity also.
yeah, that's why a lot of people tell me like, oh, you know, you're very talented. You know, and I say that there are a lot of talented people out there, but these talented people never get opportunity, and that's why they're not where they are today. So that's why I feel like it's very tough for this day and age, because I think a lot of people want things to be fast, but they're not willing to put in the work. So yeah, and also even after whatever best rising star, whatever thing, I still got a lot more work to do. A lot more room for improvement, and that is the beauty of this industry, because you are never the best, you're never the most perfect one. You know, you can, for maths paper, right, exam, right, you can get 100 marks, no? But in this industry, there's no such as 100 marks. It's always better. You know what I mean? So that is what I like about it. Another host that I really look up to, who is the one who hosted the Hong Xin Ta Jiang, that lady, she's from Taiwan.
Tao Jingying. Tao Zi.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she's amazing. She knows everybody, and she reads up on all your, background and all. She's amazing.
Brilliant. Her jokes are steady one, never like me talk loudly or what. She just say in her normal voice, you can hear the whole crowd laugh. No, like it looks like very effortless.
Yeah.
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 Brilliant.
Okay, last question. Is there a particular favorite food that, when you eat it, will make you emotional?
When I eat my mother's food, it made me emotional because it's very bad. But on a more serious note, okay, it made me emotional when I'm really, really, really very hungry after a long days of work, and I forgot to tell my helper that I want dinner. So when I come out, I say like, I want to eat dinner. Then she's like, there's no food because you didn't say you wanted dinner. Then she'll make me this quick rasam, which is an Indian spicy soup, which is not curry, just a soupish thing. That makes me very emotional because it's so simple, but it tastes like so good, and you feel like your entire day's tiredness and work was all worth it because I got to come home to drink this or eat this with my rice.
Wow, what if your helper go home one day?
I still know how to make rasa myself lah.
Okay.
But maybe worse than my mother maybe. So I need to. But there's a way to remedy it lah. If
Right.
It's not good. Just plus minus lah. Yeah.
Okay, between rice, noodle, potato, and bread, which one would you give up?
Rice, noodle, potato, and bread. Potato.
Why?
Because I love rice, I love noodles, I love bread. I love my carbs. My potato is also carb lah.
Yeah.
But potato is like, at the most just don't eat french fries or one thing to give up.
Oh, same as me. I will
Yeah.
give up potato also.
Yeah, because like noodles, so many things can make fried noodles, noodle soup, like that. But potato lor. I love fries lah, but I can give that up lah. I'm not even a mashed potato or whipped potato person.
Oh, me too.
Or what potato wedges.
Yeah,
I'm not even
I
that
don't
kind of
like
person.
it.
So there's a lot of different variations of potato that I already don't like. So potato.
Okay, bye potato.
再见 potato.
Thank you so much, Das, for coming to our
thanks
podcast.
for having me. Thanks. I feel like we have become like friends, you know.
Yeah, like BFF like that.
We are talking the whole day and we got to learn so much about each other.
Yeah. So you'll come back again?
Of course. You must invite me lah.
So anything that you're working on that you want to shout out?
I'm working on Just Swipe La, which is the show that got nominated for it. They release 2 episodes a week, and it's 8 episodes per month. So and we have 4 hosts, so you're bound to see me at least once every while. It's a very, very good show. It means a lot to me. It's my baby, and it's the reason why I got to go up on stage that day. And also, like, you know, some people go up on stage for, I don't know, like, maybe some people go out on stage for the things that they don't like why I got nominated for this, why I win for this. I prefer the other project. But this is the project that I love so much that I got. And I won for it. And I love all the people in it. So I hope that you guys will watch that. And I think more importantly, it's a local MediaCorp show. So I hope that you all support local content as well lah. And local productions.
And follow you lah on IG and TikTok.
Thank you for reminding me. So follow me on DASDYL on TikTok and Instagram. I made it the same so it's easier for you all to remember lah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Das. Hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.